Hi everyone, welcome to Coloring with Lori. Thought I would do the tag created by Color Mama 360. If my coloring books had personalities. So let's get started. The first one is the stress inducer. And I picked Disney because I pull this book out, I look at it, it looks beautiful. I think we all have the same idea with this book. I only started this one. So yes, that would be my stress inducer. Dark and Moody. I picked this book because, one, I have to be in a certain kind of mood, and not so much, well, the pictures are kind of moody too. My kind of, like I said, and dark because the lines are dark and most of the picture is dark. This is actually an uncolored book for me. I need to dive in there. So that Enchanted Forest, dark and moody. Paper Snob, I would say this one. I do not know. I've heard it's at Dragman Vanger. I have no idea. I heard a lot of coloring folks saying that they're working on this one. So that was one that I actually finished. It was a lot of fun coloring that. This is a whip for many, many years. Every winter I pull it out and do a little bit more. Getting close. Got quite a bit done this year. This was a double page, but I kind of made it a single page. I think that's all I've done in here. Yep, that's it. Oh, got too many books now. The Too Scared to Touch. That would be this one. All about the dog. I bought this book used, so it looks rather used. It has one page that is started in the front, which I'm sure I could fix in some kind of way. But yeah, just because, like, the dogs are pretty realistic looking, but the backgrounds are, some of them are, some of them aren't. I don't know if it's different artists. I really need to sit down and look at this book, but I don't want to ruin them because the dogs are so natural looking. So I am just, yes, too scared to touch this one. So it sits untouched, and it's got some really, really cute pictures in it. And I do have a flip through on my channel of that book, if you're unaware of it. The Old Reliable would be My Romantic Country. I had this for a different book, but I pulled this out to do prompts for the month. It was my 12th book on the shelf, which was a prompt, and then it ended up being, I have quite a few colored in here. It ended up being a picture for a bunch of prompts. And this is actually Inktense on here. A lot of people say they can't use watercolor, but I don't know. I think this is the American version. Looks like it to me. But I used to spend a lot of time in this book. I had a second copy that Mike bought me, but I gave it to my mom. And the funny thing is she's kind of coloring the opposite pages. This is the one I did for the prompt. So it's Crown, Bow, Pink, 12th book, and makes me happy. Because I absolutely love coloring this book. I'm not saying that the paper's great to work on. I just enjoy the pictures. I enjoy the book. I know this was a buddy with Amy. And it's one of my very first books. I got it pretty much right after Secret Garden. So DK Designs, I think I followed for that, was the one. So yeah, Romantic Country, Old Reliable, and I am sorry about that bump on the camera. I'm not going to start the recording over for that, but I'm going to have to be cautious that I don't do that again. The One Page Wonder would be this one. Urban Annie coloring book. Oh, and I opened up to my one-page wonder. So it's a book. You get the storefront and you copy with the watercolors. A lot of the details are left out. You know, it's for painters. Or, I mean, you can use pencils, but it would be hard to get the shading the way the pictures are. Of course, we can color our books however we want, right? But absolutely beautiful book. And I would like to color in it again. But yep, it's definitely my one-page wonder. Was happy with the picture. That might be why I'm afraid to try another one. I thought, you know, I would start off and it not be so good, but the first one came out good. So now it's like, ooh. Secret Shame. This book here, the look, and the reason I call it a shame is because it's still in the plastic and I haven't touched it or colored a page. I do have one here that's open because my mother colored in it. I don't think I have any of her pictures because she pulls it out. So you can see this book is a mess. So if I was, she tears it apart. If I was ever to, I was wondering where that was. Work in here, I would work in this one, but I have not touched the book, so that's why it's a secret shame that it hasn't even come out of its plastic yet. Okay. Number 8, The Wishful Thinker. My Beauty of Horror 4 is my Wishful Thinker. I thought, you know, I look at these books and when people color them, they look really nice. You can use, you know, different colors that we don't use in ordinary colors. But I never really got into coloring the scary things. So I thought, well, maybe I'd like this one because it was, you know, all the creature features. But in the end, I colored just a house, which I could color in any other book. I think I'm hitting the camera again. I apologize for that. But, yeah. So, I had wishful thinking that I would color. And the paper's pretty nice. Pretty cool book. I mean, I wouldn't destash it. I would definitely keep it. But I just do not enjoy coloring this type of thing. That's the bottom line with that. So, wishful thinking. The Honeymoon Phase is my Little Inklings book. This is my newest book, and I absolutely love it. I do have some other new books that I haven't colored in, but this one is definitely, I keep looking through it. I keep admiring it. I want to color so many things. I colored one little mushroom. So, and it does have that weird paper that I struggle with too, which is kind of a bummer, but my Secret Garden does not have that paper. Secret Garden Small Victories, which is my midnight snack. I don't color too much, like right before I go to bed, grab something, go to bed, but if there happened to be a case like that, I would definitely grab this, you know, work on a little flower, something real quick. Oh, I just want to color something real quick before I go to sleep, because I have that started, and I also have the little food page started. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just have a... But that's what I kind of do. I would do like one of those. I know there's a hamburger in here started. I would just grab that and work on that. So then we have the Seasonal Obsession. And that would be my Leon's Journey. And I would call it an obsession because I pamper this book because it's my most expensive book because I bought it from Japan. So I have the weird cottony paper. It was in the middle of the winter when I picked this up, and I started doing this, and this is actually with ChromoFlow pencils, and they were working great in here. I forgot to do his tail, and I did not write down his colors. I should have been smart like everybody. I think I did smart like everybody else and do the animals first. I hope I'm not hitting this camera, though. But I did the intro page. Yeah, where you color your animals so you know your colors. Well, I hit it that time, huh? Sorry about that. I am not a professional recorder. I know I did the summer page in here. Come on. Where are you, Summer? This looks like summer stuff. Yeah, the summer collection. I really had fun doing this page. And I think it came out very, very pretty. So that is my seasonal obsession. It does go through the seasons. And Fear of Missing Out is number 12. That's Grains of Gold. This is I have been coloring since like 2015, and this is my very first Hannah book. And I just got it last month. I see the allure, but definitely just not my cup of tea. I don't think the paper is real pencil friendly. I did have to work pretty hard with the pencils, but in the end, I'm very happy with my results. But it's supposed to be doing a buddy color on that. I need to get going. Kind of forgot about it. Might get done, might not. Who knows? So that was my Fear of Missing Out. Silent Viewer. That would be this one here. Wanted this for years. I did color in it right away when I got it. Actually used my new set of the Holbein pastels. Got a small set of those. But yeah, I don't think this will make it on camera much. And I don't know about this paper. It'll be a test, that's for sure. So, silent one. Yeah, that wouldn't be something I would color on camera. The Villain, how people were saying that it's, you know, your coloring book that just takes everything over. I constantly put this back on the shelf or we're being I'll be drowned in buddy colors, but somebody say, oh, I'm doing a page in Rooms of Wonder. So, I'll be like, oh, okay, which page you doing? So, hey, I actually need another one right now. I did this one with Amy and I'm not sure else who did that with us, and I apologize, but I don't remember. This was for Sherry's birthday. Another viewer. This was a buddy with Coloring with Taylor Made and Amy, and that was a color cube challenge too, so that was a buddy with Amy. This was prompts, but I did my berries all wrong. I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, jumped on a bandwagon with Hawaiian Hillbillies buddy color. Beautiful job. So, yep, and I got a lot of things to do in here, but it would definitely, like, if somebody says they're doing something, I'm like, okay. And I'm not like that. I don't like to overdo myself. My underdog, I picked Gnomes in the Neighborhood. These were super popular 10 years ago. They've kind of grown out of popularity. But we like gnomes so much. They're super, super cute. But one of these, I think was it this one? No. My totem pole was Coloring with Sammy. It might have been that one, but I don't think so. But yeah, and I need to get back in this book. It's so much. I usually do color one every summer out of here. My mom colored this one. A lot of fun doing that one. That would be good to pull like a color palette for each book. And do a gnome, because gnomes are always such different colors. I picked this one for Identity Crisis because I think when we see Kanoko Agusa's artwork, we usually know like something like this, right? And we recognize that as her artwork. In this one, you know, still the same there. In this one, she's got kind of some different stuff going on. Like this. Almost like some Zendoodly stuff in here. Now watch that I want to find the stuff. I won't be able to. But I just thought this whole book, most of it is normal for her stuff. But like I said, there is some, like this is kind of odd for her. You know, these, a lot of wallpapery design. She does the wallpaper. I don't know what these circles are supposed to be. If anybody knows, leave me in the comments, huh? Yeah, see, like I said, because I want to find them now, I can't find them. I know one's back here, so that's a little, you know, how busy it is with all. I know she does that with wallpaper, but not for like the whole page. But this one, like, super zen-doodly. That's, you know, it looks like she's just testing a few different things in here. Like she just had a little identity crisis at the end of the book. It was all. Kind of like her pointillism in Leon's Journey, which is beautiful. But I don't know about the Zen Doodle in there. One of my elders, since I already had like Secret Gardens in the other video and Romantic Country and those other ones, I picked Ink House. Ink had this one since 2018. Got it right when it came out. So worked on it a little bit. You know, Zucchini Kitty, I think that one's kind of my colors taken from her. She did a lot of work in here, which I think she was the reason a lot of us in the coloring community got this book. And I followed Zucchini Kitty a little bit for that one. This was a buddy color with Coloring View. I don't think she's quite done yet. That's with Amy's Travels, Colors, and Crafts. That was a buddy. I think this was also a buddy with Amy in my first attempt at stencils for a background. This is the one I did right away when I got the book. It was so much fun, so happy with it. It's pencils and Inktense. And this I was just playing with distress inks here in the front and kind of bought some little ones and just wore them out. They were garbage, so I was just using them up. So yeah, that's my elder, other than other ones that are mixed in here. So the one that got away. This was my first Rita Berman book. I only have the three, the Europe, the Asian, and the Africa. And this was actually the one I liked the best. That's why I bought it the first. And I only have one page colored in it. And it's a gorgeous book. I'm like, what is going on? Why do I only have this one page? And honestly, that page was a color along with, and I didn't follow her completely or used it, but I think Lucy Just Adds Color. She is no longer on. But yeah, that's terrible, and I absolutely love this book. And my rebel is Camellia. Oh, I am so sorry. Because this is something very odd for me. And definitely brings out the different side of me. Playing with watercolors and things I don't normally do. So I would say it's like a little bit my rough side and my rebel. And that was 19 categories that were originally from Coloring Mama 360, who invented the tag. And then I added a 20th. I think it was Wilcox Mama, Chrissy, we all know her as, suggested The Therapist. So I picked my 3 R.J. Fogarty books because they're my therapist. When I'm feeling down and sad and just want to color and not super concerned about my result, I grab these books. And these are things I may use marker in. Obviously, this first one's marker. And I do have the old Arteza Everblends, the originals, so they do yellow, so that is why I have the plastic. Some of this is Cali Arts, which I don't think they yellow, so this was Cali Art. I don't think they yellow. That's Inktense. So just, I do play around in here. That was a total mess, but it's alcohol markers too, must be Cali Art. But yeah, so I'll just grab these, and sometimes I'll watch Jackie from Spare Room Studios. She has, I think, 2 of these books completed, possibly the 3rd one. I can't remember now, it's been a while. I think that's done. I don't know why that's in there. Most of these were buddies except for this one, and this is one of my favorites. Yeah, it was fun to do. Lost in Time. Oh, look, I have one started. Must have had a bad night. In this book, because he travels through space and stuff and starts out with a dream, I do have him in the same clothes. This is one I followed a little bit with Jackie from Spare Room Studios. She does a lot of watercolor and stuff, but I think she actually did this in Polychroma's pencils, I believe. So, she's really good with the watercolors. That was with Amy. That's definitely marker and a little bit of pencil on top. And I think when I do pencil on top, I use like a no brand because it works better. Like Castle Art or my Blix, something like that. But yep, these are my late night therapists when I'm feeling a little down and need a little pick-me-up. Well, thank you everybody for watching, and if anybody hasn't done the tag and it sounds interesting to them, please go ahead and do the tag. Mention my name, say you saw it here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Bye.